track and field is the oldest sport in Olympic history. It produces the fastest humans alive, but outside of the Olympics, most people in America cannot name a single active athlete until someone makes them angry. That is when the whole world pays attention, because anger means something is at stake, and when something is at stake, people watch. In 2023, NBC Sports made a decision that shocked athletes and fans alike. The network stopped streaming the USATF National Championships on free television and moved it behind a paywall. One of the top sprinting events in the United States was now hidden from the casual viewer. Carri Richardson called it out immediately. Noah Lyles followed. Both athletes understood what the move really meant. If the broadcasters will not fight for your sport's airtime, it means your sport is not fighting hard enough for attention. In 2025, Olympic champion Michael Johnson launched Grand Slam Track, a new league designed to fix exactly this problem. Bigger prize money, better television deals, more access. The first place winner at each event earned $100,000. The league landed on Peacock and the CW. It looked like a breakthrough. By December of 2025, Grand Slam Track filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy. The league brought in less than $2 million in revenue against more than $40 million in debts. $3 million in prize money went unpaid. Athletes were left waiting. The league failed, not because the athletes were slow. It failed because not enough people cared to watch. That is the crisis. The United States produced more track and field world champions than any other nation on Earth. At the 2023 World Championships in Budapest, Team USA claimed 29 medals, including 12 gold. No other country came close, and still, the sport cannot hold mainstream attention in non-Olympic years. The sport has a personality problem, and the answer has been staring everyone in the face for decades. Think about the moments from track and field that broke through to mainstream sports conversation in the last 3 years. Noah Lyles passing Kenny Bednarek at the 2025 U.S. National Championships and turning to stare him down before the finish line was even crossed. Bednarek responded with a two-handed shove in the back. The clip circled every major sports outlet within hours. Bednarek told reporters afterward, "What he said didn't matter. It's just what he did. Unsportsmanlike. And I don't deal with that." Yet people who had never watched a track meet in their lives were watching that clip and picking sides. Then came Jordan Anthony at the 2026 USATF Indoor Championships. After beating Lyles and Trayvon Bromell in the 60-meter final and claiming his first national title as a professional, Anthony walked to the microphone and said this: "I looked to my right and my left, and I was like, I don't hear Noah. I don't see Trayvon. So I was like, it's over. GG's in the chat. New generation is taking over. Today was the day I had to give them their eviction notice. Take the belt home. Time for them to move out. Find a new hobby." That was not just a quote. That was a marketing moment. That was the kind of statement that earns a sport a news cycle. Anthony was 21 years old, and he understood something that some governing bodies still do not. Conflict keeps people watching. Carri Richardson has always understood it too. When she first appeared at the 2021 Olympic trials in Eugene, she did not just run fast. She showed up with bold nail art, neon orange hair, and a post-race declaration that became one of the most replayed clips in track history: "I just want the world to know that I'm that girl." People who hated that confidence came back to watch her lose. People who loved it came back to watch her win. Both groups showed up. When she was suspended from the Tokyo Olympics, the story consumed sports media for weeks. When she came back and anchored the Team USA 4x100 relay to gold at the 2024 Paris Olympics in 41.78 seconds, the moment felt earned precisely because so many had been waiting to see her fall. You cannot manufacture that kind of investment. It only comes when an athlete gives people a reason to feel something. Usain Bolt retired in 2017. Within 2 years, global track and field viewership dropped sharply. Bolt was not just the fastest man alive, he was the reason millions of people tuned in to watch a race that lasts less than 10 seconds. He pointed to the sky, he mugged for the cameras, he ran world records and then waited at the finish line smiling while the rest of the field was still sprinting. He also made people angry. Jamaican fans were furious anytime he lost. American fans bristled at his dominance for a decade. Rivals called his antics disrespectful. Critics said he celebrated too early. and none of that stopped anyone from watching. The lesson from Bolt is not that track needs faster athletes. The lesson is that track needs athletes whose behavior gives strangers a reason to have an opinion. Sports fandom runs on strong feelings. Nobody tweets about a polite handshake after a race. Nobody argues over a graceful loser. Nobody subscribes to a channel to watch an athlete say all the right things in a press conference. Teams in the NBA, NFL, and MLB have spent generations cultivating villains and heroes, rivalries with real heat, moments that people debate at work the next morning. Track and field has produced those moments only when its stars have been willing to be polarizing. Carl Lewis was openly disliked by significant portions of the American public throughout the 1980s and 90s. He won 9 Olympic gold medals across 4 games. Those games were watched. The controversy around Ben Johnson's positive drug test at the 1988 Seoul Olympics became one of the most discussed moments in sports history and brought more attention to sprinting than almost any race ever run cleanly. Conflict is not a side effect of sports stardom. It is a driver of it. The current generation of track athletes understands what the sport needs, even if the institutions governing it have been slow to agree. Noah Lyles has been called track and field's villain and its biggest star simultaneously. Both are true. He introduced the championship belt tradition to celebrate victories. He calls himself the face of the sport. He trash talks opponents on camera and then trains with them the next morning. He has generated more mainstream media appearances than almost any track athlete since Bolt. Jordan Anthony told the world that the previous generation needed to find a new hobby. Within hours, that clip had been shared by sports outlets, basketball fans, football fans, and people who had never heard his name before. Anthony explained his mindset directly. The sport is soft if we don't talk smack. That is a 21-year-old giving the sport a philosophy it has needed for years. Gout, the 18-year-old Australian sprinter, ran 19.67 seconds at the 2026 Australian Athletics Championships, breaking the world under 20 record. Mentored by Noah Lyles, who publicly claimed Gout is more talented than he was at that age, they are generating a storyline together, a rivalry, built in plain sight. Cooper Lutkenhaus won the World Indoor Championship in the 800 meters at 17 and went back to high school the following week. Already on a Nike contract, he broke the record for youngest indoor champion. He's not polite about his ambitions, telling reporters he believes he can win any time he steps into a final. These athletes are not waiting for a platform. They are building one, with their mouths and their performances simultaneously. Track and field does not need its athletes to be nicer, smile more, or stay humble. It needs them to be exactly what Carri Richardson, Noah Lyles, Jordan Anthony, and this new generation are. Athletes willing to make people feel something. Records are being broken by teenagers. Rivalries are forming with genuine heat. The stories are already there. The athletes just need permission to tell them loudly, and the governing bodies need to get out of the way. The sport has never had a talent problem. It simply needs athletes loud enough that people who are not watching will stop scrolling to find out what the noise is about. That noise is starting. If they keep making it, the audience will follow.